Have you ever felt betrayed by the very foods you thought were keeping you healthy? Imagine waking up one morning to learn that the banana you've eaten every day for years, or the glass of orange juice you trusted for energy, could now be silently damaging your kidneys and pushing you closer to dialysis. This isn't fear-mongering, it's reality for millions of seniors across America who live with protein in their urine, a condition known as proteinuria. Left unchecked, it's not just about foamy urine, it's about rising blood pressure, heart rhythm problems, and a hidden march toward kidney failure. I'm Dr. Johnny, and today we're going to confront the uncomfortable truth. Some of the most celebrated health fruits are in fact hidden villains when your kidneys are vulnerable. But here's the good news. There are also surprising heroes, fruits backed by science that can calm inflammation, reduce protein leakage, and give your kidneys a fighting chance. In this video, we'll expose the 4 most dangerous offenders that may already be sitting in your kitchen, and then I'll guide you to 4 protective allies you can trust. Stay with me until the very end, because I'll reveal not only the #1 most dangerous fruit you must avoid at all costs, but also the most unexpected kidney-healing fruit that most people overlook. Once you understand these truths, you'll never look at your grocery basket the same way again. And with that, let's begin with the first surprising culprit, the humble banana, a fruit loved worldwide, but one that can quietly sabotage kidney health when you least expect it. Let's begin with one of the most beloved fruits in America, the banana. For decades, it's been marketed as the perfect quick snack, loaded with energy and heart-friendly nutrients. But for people living with kidney problems, especially proteinuria, the truth is much darker. Take Robert, a 64-year-old retired carpenter from Ohio. Every morning he grabbed a banana, thinking it was a harmless boost before work. Yet within months, his lab tests showed rising potassium levels and worsening protein leakage in his urine. What he thought was a health habit was silently stressing his kidneys. Here's why a single medium banana holds more than 400 milligrams of potassium. For healthy kidneys, that's not an issue. But when your kidneys are compromised, they can't filter potassium properly, so it builds up in your blood. Doctors call this hyperkalemia, and it's not a small risk. It can trigger dangerous heart rhythm changes, sudden muscle weakness, and in severe cases, cardiac arrest. Even if you've heard claims that only 50% of banana potassium is absorbed, think about the math. 200 milligrams still count against a daily potassium budget that may only be 500 milligrams for late-stage kidney patients. That means one banana alone could burn through an entire meal's allowance, and it doesn't stop there. Processed banana products like muffins, banana bread, and smoothie mixes can pack an even bigger potassium punch, leaving you vulnerable without even realizing it. This is why nephrologists almost always caution patients in stage 4 or 5 CKD, or those on ACE inhibitors and potassium-sparing medications to avoid bananas altogether until their tolerance is clearly defined. But only knowing about bananas isn't enough, because there's another fruit seemingly even healthier that hides an even more dangerous surprise. And when I reveal it, you'll understand why doctors call it the Trojan horse of kidney disease. Now, if bananas were a shock, wait until you hear about the avocado. It's been crowned the king of modern health culture, splashed across Instagram on avocado toast, celebrated in guacamole, and praised for its healthy fats. But for kidneys under strain, the avocado is less a superfood and more of a Trojan horse. Consider Linda, a 59-year-old teacher who loved her daily avocado toast. She thought she was protecting her heart, but her nephrologist noticed something alarming. Her potassium numbers were climbing dangerously high. One whole avocado can deliver close to 975 milligrams of potassium. That's nearly 2/3 of the strict daily allowance for someone with advanced kidney disease. Even a small quarter slice, what most people consider harmless, spends 204 milligrams in your potassium budget. And as if that weren't enough, avocados also carry a hidden fee around 27 milligrams of phosphorus. For compromised kidneys, excess phosphorus leaches calcium from bones and hardens arteries, accelerating the very decline patients are trying to avoid. So what's the solution? Don't treat avocado as a meal. It's not filler. It's garnish. If you must indulge, limit yourself to one thin slice for flavor, never the heaping spoonfuls common in restaurant guacamole. Smarter swaps like mashed cauliflower or a touch of Greek yogurt give you the creamy texture without draining your kidneys' limited resources. And when dining out, speak up, ask for no avocado by default because restaurants rarely stick to the teaspoon serving size that's considered safe. But here's the twist, avoiding avocado alone won't save your kidneys. Because the next fruit seems like pure sunshine in a glass, yet it hides not one but two stealthy dangers that can quietly sabotage your kidneys at breakfast. If the avocado was a Trojan horse, then the orange is a double agent. To most of us, it's the picture of health, a bright glass of juice at breakfast, the symbol of vitamin C and vitality. But for kidneys under pressure, oranges carry two hidden strikes. Think about James, a 67-year-old grandfather from Florida who swore by his morning orange juice. He believed it kept his immune system strong, yet his kidney test told another story. A single orange holds about 240 milligrams of potassium, manageable for some, but once you squeeze that fruit into juice, the danger doubles. One standard glass can spike nearly 500 milligrams of potassium, flooding the bloodstream faster than weakened kidneys can filter it. But potassium is only half the problem. Oranges are also loaded with oxalates, about 29 milligrams each. These tiny compounds can crystallize inside the kidneys, forming sharp stones that scratch delicate tissue and worsen protein leakage. For context, kidney stone patients are often told to stay under 100 milligrams of oxalates per day, and one orange alone can eat up more than half that limit. It's a two-front war, potassium on one side, oxalates on the other, both chipping away at fragile kidney function. So what's the smarter move? Choose moderation, always the whole fruit instead of the juice. Better yet, use lemon or lime zest for that citrus kick without the potassium overload. And if a recipe calls for orange juice, try mixing lemon juice with a splash of apple juice for flavor. Those small swaps could spare your kidneys a heavy burden. But just when you think moderation is enough, there's one fruit that breaks all the rules. Beautiful, exotic, shaped like a star. And for kidney patients, it isn't just risky, it's deadly. And now we arrive at the most dangerous fruit of them all, the starfruit. Exotic, stunning, carved by nature into the shape of a perfect star. It looks like a delicacy made for celebration, but for anyone with kidney disease, it can be pure poison. Unlike bananas, avocados, or oranges, where portion control still gives you some safety, starfruit has no safe dose. None. Consider Maria, a 61-year-old who traveled to Southeast Asia and fell in love with the taste of this tropical fruit. Within hours of eating just one starfruit, she began vomiting uncontrollably. Soon after, she developed hiccups that wouldn't stop. Confusion set in, and by the time she reached the hospital, she was seizing. Her kidneys, already weakened, couldn't clear the toxins fast enough. What happened to her isn't rare. It's documented in multiple medical journals. Here's the science. Starfruit is a double threat. First, it's packed with oxalic acid, which crystallizes into sharp needles that clog the kidney's delicate filters. Second, it contains a neurotoxin called caramboxin. When healthy kidneys are intact, the toxin can be cleared. But in kidney patients, it lingers, crosses into the brain, and can trigger seizures, muscle weakness, even coma. Mortality rates in kidney patients who consume starfruit have been reported as high as 30%. That's not just a statistic, it's Russian roulette with your life. The only real protection is absolute avoidance. Check labels in tropical juice blends, ask your server at Asian restaurants, and stay vigilant when traveling. Starfruit goes by many names, carambola, five-finger fruit, bimming, but the danger remains the same. For kidney patients, starfruit isn't food, it's poison. But here's the hope, not all fruits are villains. Some are powerful allies proven by research to shield your kidneys and even reduce protein leakage. And the first one is a classic everyday fruit you've probably overlooked, a simple apple with a hidden power in its peel. After the danger of starfruit, let's turn to a safe haven, the humble apple. Simple, familiar, almost ordinary, yet for kidney health, it carries extraordinary power. While flashy fruits steal the spotlight, the apple quietly offers protection that science is only beginning to fully appreciate. Take Margaret, a 70-year-old grandmother from Oregon. She once feared she'd have to give up fruit altogether after her doctor warned her about potassium. But when she switched to apples, her lab results stabilized, her potassium stayed safe, and she could finally enjoy fruit without fear. Her relief was palpable. She said it felt like getting back a little piece of normal life. Here's why apples work. A medium apple contains just about 195 milligrams of potassium, low enough to fit comfortably in a kidney-friendly diet. They're also virtually oxalate-free, so there's no hidden stone-forming risk. But the real magic is in the peel. That's where quercetin, a powerful flavonoid, lives. Research shows quercetin can calm oxidative stress, protect DNA from damage, and even strengthen the kidney's filtration barrier to reduce protein leakage. Some studies even highlight how quercetin shields the body from toxins like lead or radiation, acting like a microscopic shield for your cells. There is one caution, though. Apple juice can block tiny transporter gates in your gut, reducing the absorption of certain medications, like atenolol, a heart medicine, by up to 82%. The fix is simple: leave a 4-hour gap between medicine and apple juice, and you'll be fine. Fresh apples eaten whole remain one of the safest choices for kidney patients. But while apples bring comfort and safety, the next fruit is a tropical surprise that blends sweetness with science. With its unique enzyme, bromelain, pineapple doesn't just taste refreshing, it can actively calm inflammation inside your kidneys. From the orchards to the tropics, let's talk about pineapple, a fruit that feels like sunshine on your tongue. For kidney patients, it's more than just refreshing. It's one of the few tropical fruits that's both safe and scientifically supportive. Meet Harold, a 65-year-old veteran who battled swelling and constant fatigue. His doctor told him to stay cautious with high-potassium fruits, so he assumed pineapple was off limits. But when he learned the truth, he was stunned. Half a cup of pineapple has only about 100 to 120 milligrams of potassium, far less than most tropical fruits, and just 2 milligrams of oxalates. For him, it meant he could still enjoy a tropical flavor without guilt, and within weeks he felt lighter, knowing he had a safe option. But pineapple hides another secret weapon: bromelain, a powerful enzyme. Research shows bromelain can reduce chronic inflammation, a root cause of protein leakage in kidney disease. By soothing inflamed tissues, it helps preserve delicate filters inside the kidneys. Yet bromelain is also a biological amplifier. It can boost the effect of certain medications. Blood thinners like warfarin become more potent, increasing bleeding risks, while antibiotics like amoxicillin can absorb more strongly than intended. For most, moderation is key. Fresh pineapple chunks, frozen cubes for smoothies, or even pineapple salsa can be great choices. Just avoid syrup-packed canned pineapple. Those heavy sugars put unnecessary stress on your kidneys. Pineapple is proof that tropical sweetness and kidney safety can go hand in hand. But if you think this fruit is impressive, the next one takes healing even deeper, because strawberries don't just protect your kidneys, they rebuild your inner ecosystem from the inside out. Now let's move from the tropics to the garden, where strawberries shine as one of the most kidney-friendly fruits you can eat. Sweet, vibrant, and packed with antioxidants, they deliver more than flavor. They offer a quiet kind of protection that goes deeper than most people realize. Consider Evelyn, a 72-year-old retired nurse who struggled with both proteinuria and digestive issues. She thought strawberries were just a treat until her nephrologist explained something fascinating. Strawberries aren't just low in potassium, about 110 milligrams per half cup, and low in oxalates at just 2 milligrams. They also carry polyphenols like L-glutanins and ellagic acid. These compounds don't stop working once you eat them. Instead, they're transformed by the trillions of microbes living in your gut. Think of your gut as a hidden factory. When you feed it strawberries, your bacteria convert those polyphenols into new molecules called urolithins. Powerful compounds shown in recent clinical trials to slow kidney decline and repair filtration barriers. For patients like Evelyn, who also had gut imbalance, regularly eating strawberries helped restore healthy bacteria and improved her overall kidney resilience. It's proof that you're not just feeding yourself, you're cultivating the garden within an invisible ally in your fight against kidney disease. For best results, choose organic strawberries when possible, since they often appear on the dirty dozen pesticide list. Frozen strawberries are just as nutrient-rich and can be stored for smoothies, oatmeal, or healthy desserts. Pairing them with plain Greek yogurt adds probiotics to further fuel your gut's repair system. Strawberries show us that healing the kidneys isn't only about limiting damage, it's about nurturing balance. And that brings us to our final hero, a fruit that doesn't just protect it, fights one of the most painful conditions kidney patients face: gout. Sour cherries may be small, but their impact is massive. Finally, we come to the crown jewel of kidney protection, the sour cherry. Small ruby red and often overlooked in favor of sweeter varieties, these cherries carry an anti-inflammatory power that science compares to natural medicine. Think of Walter, a 68-year-old mechanic who not only struggled with proteinuria, but also endured the excruciating pain of gout attacks. He was tired of medications that upset his stomach, so he turned to sour cherries after reading about their benefits. Within weeks, his uric acid levels dropped, his flare-ups eased, and his kidney numbers began to improve. For him, sour cherries weren't just fruit, they were relief. Here's why a half cup of sour cherries is low in potassium, around 160 milligrams, making them safe even in advanced CKD. More importantly, they're loaded with anthocyanins and polyphenols that act like natural NSAIDs, blocking inflammatory enzymes called COX. A 2023 clinical trial with over 350 gout patients found that tart cherry supplements not only reduced flare frequency, but also improved kidney function markers within 12 weeks. That's a game changer for anyone balancing kidney disease and uric acid overload. But a word of caution: concentrated cherry juices or extracts can be too strong for fragile kidneys, sometimes triggering acute kidney injury by reducing blood flow. The safest choice is fresh or frozen cherries, about 10 to 15 per serving. Buy extra in season, freeze them in single portions, and enjoy year-round. Sour cherries show us that nature provides both flavor and function. But this is only part of the bigger lesson. Because as you've seen, the real secret isn't simply knowing which fruits are good or bad, it's understanding the principles that guide every choice you make. And in our conclusion, I'll reveal the 4 lessons that can transform how you think about food health and the future of your kidneys. You've just discovered how something as simple as the fruit you eat can either quietly damage your kidneys or actively help them heal. That knowledge alone already puts you ahead, because most people never get this kind of clarity until it's too late. And I want you to know every small, smart choice you make matters. Protecting your kidneys is not about perfection, it's about progress. If you found this video helpful, don't let it slip away. Save it right now so you can come back whenever you need a reminder. And please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. That way you'll never miss the latest medical insights and kidney health tips we bring straight from research to you. By staying connected, you give yourself and your loved ones the tools to stay healthier, stronger, and more independent. Remember, kidney disease does not define you. With the right knowledge, the right diet, and the right support, you can take control of your health and slow or even stop its progression. There is always hope, and the power to protect your kidneys starts with what you choose today.